After Ukraine's spiderweb operation, Russia has become more determined not to allow large numbers of Ukrainian UAVs to operate. As a result, Russia has been continuously attacking UAV repair facilities, UAV control stations, UAV bases, and even UAV factories, as has occurred recently. The question now is, what is Russia relying on to launch its attacks this time? Take a look at the Kyiv Polytechnic Institute building, which is now destroyed. A video circulated on July 31st shows the building being destroyed by Russian forces, as it was reportedly being used as a main base by Ukrainian forces for assembling and operating UAVs in the Ukrainian capital. This UAV base was one of Ukraine's strategic points for conducting drone reconnaissance and strike operations in the Kyiv region. At this location, Ukrainian forces were actively preparing and launching UAVs that continually carried out monitoring and military operations to support their defense amid the escalating conflict. The powerful explosion seen recently was the result of a Russian Geran UAV strike on the base. The Geran UAV is a combat drone operated by Russia, designed to destroy high-value targets with high precision. The way the Geran UAV works when hitting a target such as this base involves a stealth approach and a fast, unpredictable trajectory toward the target. As it nears the target, the UAV detonates its explosive payload with precision, causing severe structural damage to the building, severing communication lines, and destroying the equipment inside. The impact of the Geran UAV explosion not only physically demolished the building, but also significantly weakened Ukraine's combat capabilities in the area by disrupting its drone operations. This attack clearly demonstrates Russia's technological and strategic superiority in using UAVs not only for reconnaissance, but also as effective weapons capable of eliminating enemy bases, even before Ukrainian UAVs can be deployed in large numbers. With its Geran UAVs, Russia has proven that unmanned air dominance remains in its hands in this battle, reducing the effectiveness of Ukrainian forces while simultaneously strengthening Russia's defensive and offensive positions in Kyiv. Another video surfaced on July 31st, showing the atmosphere in Kharkiv now filled with thick black smoke rising high into the sky. Behind this scene, a Ukrainian UAV material factory suffered severe destruction as a result of an Iskander ballistic missile strike. This factory was a key production site for essential components used in Ukraine's UAVs, which serve as a backbone in reconnaissance missions and unmanned aerial strikes on the battlefield. The destruction of this facility has significant consequences, as it produced navigation modules, adaptive antennas, and vital electronic components that enhance the precision and performance of UAVs, including navigation systems resistant to GPS and GLONASS signal jamming. The factory's products were crucial not only for UAVs, but also for various other precision-guided weapons, making its destruction a serious blow to Ukraine's drone-based combat capabilities. The Iskander missile itself is a tactical ballistic weapon known for its high destructive power and precision accuracy. The Iskander system is launched from mobile launchers, making it difficult to detect and destroy before firing. The Iskander 9M723 missile has an effective range of up to approximately 500 kilometers and can carry either conventional warheads or specialized explosive payloads, enabling it to strike critical targets with significant destructive force. It operates on a ballistic flight path that is adjusted mid-flight to improve targeting accuracy and evade enemy air defenses through high-speed maneuvers until the final phase of its trajectory. According to public data compiled by the Defense Express website, the Russian military industry is capable of producing between 840 and 1,020 units of the 9M723 ballistic missile for the Iskander system annually, in addition to producing Kh-47MN2 Kinzhal air-launched ballistic missiles used by MiG-31K fighter jets. In the first half of 2025, Russia increased production of Iskander ballistic missiles by 15 to 40% compared to previous estimates made by Ukraine in December 2024. This surge in production is progressing faster than Europe's efforts to develop and produce ballistic missile intercept systems, which currently can intercept only up to 300 Russian ballistic threats per year. This highlights how Russia is significantly reinforcing its strike capability with modern ballistic weapons, placing heavy pressure on the Western air defenses used by Ukraine. Although the West continues to claim unlimited military support for Ukraine, the reality on the ground reveals how fragile and lagging its military-industrial capabilities are, especially in terms of air defense system production. Rather than being an unstoppable force, the Western defense sector has instead been exposed as having very limited capacity, far from sufficient to meet the demands of modern, intense, and prolonged warfare. Take Germany, for example. Dial Defense, the company responsible for producing the ground-launched version of the Iris-T missile, is only capable of manufacturing around 500 to 600 units per year. Even with plans to expand production facilities, reportedly not operational until 2026, the maximum output will only rise to 800 to 1,000 missiles per year. This number is clearly insufficient to meet the actual demands of the battlefield, especially considering that only up to 10 launchers will be available. A similar situation is unfolding in the United States. Raytheon, which manufactures the AIM-120 missile, a core component of the nasal system, produces just 1,200 units annually, yet not all of these are destined for Ukraine. In fact, only a small portion of these missiles are actually used to intercept drones and missiles on the battlefield. Many remain allocated for NATO needs or are restricted by internal U.S. policies that prioritize American domestic defense. Meanwhile, the AIM-9X, also compatible with NASAMS, has a higher production rate, around 1,600 missiles per year, with potential to scale up to 2,500. However, once again, supply is constrained by political decisions and internal U.S. logistic strategies. In other words, there is no guarantee that these missiles will be freely supplied to Ukraine. In contrast, Russia has mobilized its entire defense industry on a full scale, while the West appears to be struggling, relying on slow production systems unprepared for a prolonged war. This reality shows that, despite the loud political rhetoric in the West, their industrial capability tells a different story. Russia, with its proven industrial capacity, appears to be far better prepared to endure and prevail in a long-term conflict. What do you think? Should Russia urgently ramp up its production capacity further, or is its current level sufficient to overcome the Western threat? Leave your thoughts, and thanks for watching.